Listen, this your man She, one half it to the point, man.
John Preston, I'm here.
And as you can see, we got what we would, you know what I mean, the highly anticipated. You know what I mean? This is my guy, the journalist. I gotta give him some that. Let me tell you something, right? This more than some podcast stuff right here on this couch. This is family. This history. This a lot of little shit. This different.
No. Let me see. Nah, I met you 96. I met him 95.
28.
I met you, but we was in the same hood. Somehow we never bumped.
Right.
But we always seen each other, but we never connected.
And
9-6.
When I met Shake in 9-5,
It was 9-6.
I think you was there.
No, you was 9-5.
Yeah, it was
9-5.
early 9-5.
I remember the hallway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you was there, kind of.
Yeah, listen, we got journalists, man. So the first half of this, I'ma dedicate to him. You get what I'm talking about? First of all, we take our hats off, right? You know how they give flowers and shit? We're gonna take our hats off to this guy, right? Because I'm gonna tell you why. This guy here, if I know a lot of y'all already know, but this guy here is our Jay-Z.
I just told him that.
This Philly Jay-Z here. You get what I'm talking about?
Told them people that.
That's how crazy he get at it. And I'm gonna go one better for the sake of controversy. We got dude. He got if we ever had it like that, I'll put my bread on him.
I said that.
You get what I'm talking about?
That.
I'm gonna put my bread on him. He gonna go. Y'all think Main Man slick? Y'all think Main Man slick, right? This boy here is slick. You hear me?
Next to the boy, I heard him, and he tight.
Right.
Oh, it's no doubt about it. Jay-Z tight.
Right.
But I've been up close and personal.
Right.
But I was always a fan from back in the scene.
Right.
But when I got up close and personal, I see how this boy work. Right now to this day, I still play the alphabet game. I ain't talking about the fella Riley. You tell me, John, play the
Yes, sir.
On
That lock.
damn.
So real quick, Jern, tell the people, cause you ain't been on the scene for a minute. You've been underground. Tell the people, man, what's been going on with you up to date.
Yeah, I've been on hiatus for like about 5-6 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? To even piggyback off what y'all was saying, when I met, we already knew each other.
Right.
But when, my mom lived on Ringgold.
Right.
So when we was swinging out, I never saw this guy right, and I never saw this guy right. I remember at that time, I think I was writing might have been a two-way still.
It was a two-way.
Something.
Yeah.
But I know it was some type of device. So when we went in the studio around that time, and I did that around that time was smoking.
Right.
And everybody lit up, and I just saw them just
go in.
And that's when that was the day I really started.
Retired the pen.
I retired the pen, and it was like 10, 12, 15 years.
Ain't never pick it back up, man.
Most recently, probably last year, the year before, I did something, because like I said, I've been on hiatus. I did something for my folk, and I picked the pen up.
Right.
Because I haven't smoked.
Right.
And see, I had noticed the tree was something that went along right with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, with that whole vibe.
With that whole vibe.
I'm going to say this here, if I can interject, right? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think the tree went with the vibe, right? Know what I think it is? This is just my opinion. I think it's the atmosphere, period, of like just being in the studio, Johnny on the spot, the beat right there, rocking, is a different vibe that you get that bring out a different beast than when you in something secluded from that vibe. You get what I'm saying? Right. And that's just my opinion. I think the weed might enhance it. That's why a lot of dudes smoke weed. Of course, we know weed. You know what I mean? But I really want to attribute it to just the environment and the vibe.
Very good point.
But listen, right? Let me ask you a question. It's for the sake of asking, right? You usually didn't get indulge in the trick.
Right.
Right? You used to indulge in the trick. Right? I always smoke. Right? I think I had temporary moments of silence.
Like, short joke.
I had to stop.
I'ma keep it real.
stop.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I knew this guy for 30 years,
I saw
right?
one time.
And I never knew him to stop.
Yeah.
I never knew him to stop.
I had
Small
momentary
time.
breaks.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I'm going to ask you something, and you came around with me asking you this question. Because you used to didn't smoke.
Right.
But you always wrote when you was writing, right? And I don't mean with a pen on paper, not pen on paper. You always wrote lyrics.
Right.
You was the lyricist.
Right.
When you did smoke versus you didn't smoke, was the art, the creativity, was it a different level of creativity? Do you think you had a different way of falling back on the moment
That's a good question.
of when you puffing?
Nah, that's dope. Cause the difference with writing and not writing for me was it was a process you ain't had to do creativity wise.
Right.
It was way better not writing.
Okay.
With the smoke. Not writing, like I told somebody, when writing, I felt like you gotta write it, then you gotta memorize it.
Yeah.
Because even like 95, say around 95, really, say 97, I really started taking music serious. I always try to do it, but to the point where I'm going to the studio. So I remember I was using my chops stuff to pay for the studio. And I never knew it was that difficult to go from writing to recording. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to move that writing process out, it was so much smoother. It felt like us doing this now.
Right.
We just talk
Just
bars
vibe.
around.
Yup.
We used to just toss bars
Right.
around, and we just go behind the mic. And it was that. So that's why I did so long after that. After I figured out how to do that, I was like, dang, this.
No, that's yours. Cool. We need that up here.
Oh, my fault. I knocked that down.
No, that's cool.
I got
So
it.
That's a good question because, you know, people. I remember being around other people in different studios, and they'd
Right.
be like, "Oh, you doing the stuff with Hov?" And I always said, I already knew Hov and Big used to talk about not doing that.
Right.
But that never was the reason why I started. But
Right.
I used to see why they did
Right.
it and why they were so good.
the joint with me was, it is almost like when I first hit him up about the rapping joint, right? It was like, where do the raps come from? They come from here. So you bring it here, you translate it, you put it on paper, then you put it back in there. You feel what I'm talking about? It's like it's too much going on in between. You get what I'm saying?
You
So
know,
let me.
I break it down. Excuse me 1 second. You know how I break it down? And I'll never forget. Mac brought that to me. Right? Mac brought that to
Who
me.
Mac? Siegel, Beanie
C brought that to
Siegel.
me. Right? C said, Ron, it's kind. We don't write no more, man. That prehistoric shit out of here, man.
But
Right.
he got it from Jay-Z,
Right,
and
right.
Jay-Z got it from Biggie.
So check out.
It's a chain
Right,
reaction.
but see, but she got it, and he calculated that way.
Right.
I was on that, but I was a little bit different.
Right.
My approach was say 2-3 bars, lock them in, got them two.
Yup.
Say 2 more bars, lock them in. I got 4.
Yup.
Keep saying that 4. A yabba yabba yabba, a yabba yabba yabba, a yap 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 yabba yabba yabba, yabba yabba yabba.
Yup.
Then lock that 4. Then do 2 more.
And just keep
Then
building.
go to 8. Then say the whole 8 back. Then keep doing,
Yeah.
keep locking there. But the trick, this is the trick. See, if y'all was on this trick, you got to lace it fast.
But
Right?
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, right, about that. You dropping jewels for a lot of the people who really. Some people that say they don't like doing it, but
No,
some
this
people don't know how to do it.
this how you school them.
Right.
Right.
Jewelers.
You
Yeah.
the jewelers.
Crazy thing is, I was watching something. Oh, it was my man Shout Tracy Lee. I was watching something.
Tracy Lee.
He was saying how
Yeah,
he
shout
What's
out-
up with Trey
shout out
Lee? I ain't
Tracy
heard
Lee,
from
man.
him,
Trey
man.
good
Big
guy,
out
man.
Shay Lee, man.
Good dude.
He the only
And-
dude really on track with Biggie, man.
Right.
Real rap.
And I
Big
remember
out
buying
Trey
that
Lee,
album.
man.
I remember buying that album. But I was watching the joint, and Trey was saying how he was in the studio with Big when he was doing that joint. He said Big took like 10 hours to do his verse.
And it ain't take him that long.
But it's times where, like, you know, we did joints way quicker than
Man,
that.
20 minutes. 20
Like,
minutes.
But it's times too where it took me 6 hours.
We used to next when we used to be big. Oh, I used to have a ball.
We ain't like that.
See, one thing about us, right? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about us with our
Put the
team.
fire in it.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a fire game. It was everybody was on everybody
Right.
in a good way.
Right.
On the tip, like, no,
Right.
ain't no weak links.
Yeah,
Ain't no weak links.
So listen, right? While we touching on it, right? Let me bring the people in the art world one time. What we talking about here is hard route,
Yup.
right? And it was a hard route,
Yeah.
right? And we had 2 murdered young boys, and it was kind of ironic because Jerry had one of them,
Street, right in my law.
and me and she had one of them, and Jerry had the other one, and she had a piece of the other one, and I had a piece of the other one. It was almost like they was getting a piece of Jerry, they was taking a piece of she,
Fact.
they was taking a piece of Con,
Yeah.
and they put it together in a way. Name and Scarf
We created monsters.
hard murder
And Ty,
Sure.
oh, cousin Ty.
And Ty.
Cousin
Ty was
Ty
playing
actually
wing crazy.
the one that introduced me to, you know, Cousin Trell, you know,
Right.
told me about Cousin Ty. And Cousin Ty, you know, I used to tell Ty, like, you like real calm, you simp fast, man. but he introduced me to them, and I was like, "Damn, these boys is hot."
Yup.
Right.
And Streets, man, it was like,
I ain't my law. Streets was a
Streets.
beat. If he was living right now,
All them-
we'd apply all us.
all them names
The
you
way
talk
that
about,
boy was biting.
All them names you talk about, I don't put nobody out there, but all the top dogs from Philly would took a back seat to my young Streets, man.
yeah,
Raheem Allah.
it was a hunger. It was a hunger.
Hunger.
Streets had.
And when he growled, you heard that growl. And
Hey.
he had that Mac
So
growl, but
what's
it
going on with
sound
you
like
today,
that.
though, Jern? Talk to
Well,
us.
now,
Talk to
you
the
know,
people.
now I took a hiatus. I was getting things together
Right.
spiritually. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So that's definitely at the forefront now. I remember we was talking the other day.
Right.
So, cause I was done. I remember we talked a couple years ago. We was on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm cool.
done.
Right.
But
And I kept poking the
yeah,
bear.
no, man.
I kept poking. I kept poking the bear. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it ain't happening. You know what I mean? But the good thing is, you know, because you know we love music. We come back. We go back from when it wasn't popular.
Yeah.
To have deals and all that before
Right,
everybody
right.
had deals.
Right.
So I always loved building when we built on music. You know what I mean?
Yup.
It was the essence too.
Yup.
But the thing now, I look at it. I'm coming back now. I got to do what I do now just for even bettering the culture.
contribution.
Exactly.
A contribution.
So, it's like, so that's why I even told anybody, anything I'm doing, like Doc, I said before, Doc told me, you doing do it journey, do it for a cause and not be cause. And I ain't know what he was saying at that time, but you know, ain't too many times you get a jewel
it
from
for
a
a
legend.
cause,
Not because.
So it's like,
Damn,
now this is the
that's
cause here.
Those bars, man.
Yeah,
Those
right,
bars.
right.
Those are
That's
bars.
a crazy concept. But the thing is, even from the, you know, we talk about a lot of time with the youngins, or even the youngins that was coming under us when
Right.
we was building the we was doing the hard route thing.
Right.
I used to try to shift the concepts, you know, without kind of
Right.
trying to be judgmental or whatever.
Right.
To what they had going on, but even just shift, because now you'll be ahead of the horse. Because
Right.
now the game is so at a certain pace, at a certain place, and you got a lot of different music that's coming out that ain't really pushing the culture, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's not
no.
pushing the
Exactly.
culture.
No, I'm glad you brought that up, right?
Man.
Go in, Con, one time. Go in.
Take this, right?
Go all the
I
way
hate
in.
to go in the rabbit hole, but we're going to go down the rabbit hole.
Let's go all the way in.
On the suit on,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Now dig it, right? For one, I gotta set a disclaimer out there. I don't mean to offend nobody.
Fact.
So don't take nothing I say personally. It's not heart shot.
Right.
It might be heartfelt, but it's not personal.
Right.
The power's that big. The white folks. My man, you know what I mean, put a name on their handle, right? The power's that big. They control, right? and they dedicate themselves in a way that they gonna stay powerful in that control position. What's gonna be our approach? And how can we make the right approach to swindle and kind our way up in there and get them the fuck out of there?
All right.
Or if not, right, Shaq? Or if not, create our own table. I keep preaching this, man.
We got all the resources to do it.
Right.
We got the know-how, we got
Right.
the skill, we got the tool.
Right.
You know, I think we've been hypnotized, man, with a lot of fear, a lot of lies, you know what I'm saying, got us to where we can't do certain things, so we're questioning ourselves, we combat with each other, like my squad better than your squad.
Yep.
Truthfully, and I mean, this might just be certain areas, because you go in certain places when we travel, you know, we travel, when you go to certain areas, it don't be that type of
It
vibe,
be all
it don't
inclusive,
that type of
right?
flow.
Be
Yeah, like you
inclusive,
can
right?
sit in the studio with me, we be from 2 different whole locations.
And
Even if it's just
and
about
going out
that,
and vibe
that
out.
situation to get in the bag or the win in a certain way. It ain't always about this joint is better than that. And we always talked about this, like
Right.
you know, trying to find ways to erase that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We be talking with Reem definitely a lot of times on how can we, you know, unify. Man.
Let me say this
Better-
here,
better
right?
unify.
Let me say this here, right? I want to interject here if I could, right? We so far behind the 8 ball, right? Mentally,
Yep.
that sometimes the fix to me seems far-fetched, right? And I'm gonna start from this point here, right? It's our fault,
Some of it.
right?
Some of it, right?
Right? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say it's our fault. I'm just speaking. I'm a channel it to the specific topic of the rap game, because this is way he was giving it up generally too, but I'm gonna channel it right here. When the first rap deal was inked, right? It was this. It was guys that couldn't really rap. The Sugar Hill Gang, we're gonna put that out there, that was stealing the real rappers shit. Grandmaster Caz and all them, the Furious Five, was being influenced by them at the time, because they was the forefront boys on a rap tip.
Right. Here you go.
And they was working in a pizza store. They was working in a pizza store,
What happened?
and the black lady
What happened?
that was part owner of Sugar Hill,
What happened? And what
Trip-
you asked him to do?
can y'all
Keep it
rap,
coming. Keep it coming.
right?
Can we take over from there?
No, let me go
Come
ahead.
on, keep it coming.
So
Come with the whole tree, Shay.
yeah. So I'm gonna go to the point I'm trying to get. I don't want to go through the whole
No, but
story.
You touch it because you.
My highlighting point.
I've heard
My
something.
highlighting point is this. Watch what I'm getting ready to say. That black lady came to the hood, to the pizza store, to grab some vulnerable black men that really didn't have no craft. So the manipulating started there. And she took them guys to a white man. And that's where the bullshit always starts at, is us always walking them in. Us, that's why I say it's our fault. Even with Russell Simmons and them run, with Rick Rubin and all that. Why did a Rick Rubin have to have so much influence on Def Jam Run? Why couldn't it be all Russ?
And to add to what you.
Credibility to that club, that scheme complex.
Yeah, you get
I
me?
don't think it necessarily had something to do. I'm sorry. I don't think it had nothing.
No,
to
you
do
could join.
with them connecting with the right person, but it's
That's what I was
always
about to say.
us. We don't have.
Right.
We're not credible with each
Right,
other.
right. I was
You
about to
dig
say
what I'm
that.
saying? So you're only credible when you got somebody that say that you're credible. That ain't that's outside of us. So if I come in here with a white person, you know what I'm saying, more
So
likely I'm
validation,
job. Right.
validation.
Validation.
That's what it
exactly.
is. I was about to tell
We
you that.
need them to validate us.
And that's where the
We don't validate.
Still our fault.
and that's where the mental illness coming in, because it's a mental illness
Right.
that stem way back deeper. I mean, we all know. It's from slavery. A lot of that stuff is.
We've been
spiritual, it's
traumatized,
hereditary.
man.
We traumatized to have certain fears because, like you touched on, it's cool to go to whether you're going to a white man, Asian man, whatever man. and if we know our worth, they can't break that.
They can't manipulate.
You know what I mean? We shouldn't go there.
That's
We
the
gotta
part I'm
lose.
talking about.
That's what we have to
They
strengthen,
manipulate us out that vulnerability that y'all pointing out. Them people manipulates it. That's what I'm saying.
But listen,
But
right?
they shouldn't be able to, whether it's them, whoever,
right.
any race. shouldn't be
This
able to.
is the vulnerability though that allows them. We need to have some better self-esteem and better.
Well, I think that culture now has kind of like taken a back seat. I mean, not to say that it doesn't have any validity, but I think now it needs to. We have to be more educational. Like this situation, you guys are educating the history,
Right.
Educating. The thing is, how do we now put it on the mantle? All right, you guys got the credibility, but how do you put it on the mantle so that people can watch it on TV? And you got the
Hey, label this. Label this. Me camera rob of my man Akon was saying, right? Make me 100% correct in sense. All sensible shit, right? Take the best athletes, they're black. We agree, right?
Watch that, come.
Take the best producers, entertainers, they're black, right? We got actors, rappers, producers, songwriters. Take the best at mathematics, they're probably colored. They probably might not be all the way black, but they're colored. What I'm getting at, if we take the best of everything, and we get the fuck out of here, right? And we go start our own somewhere, they're gonna be on our dick, man. You know what I mean? Them quote unquote people gonna try to infiltrate. That's when we gotta have security up, play defense. No, you're not getting in.
Yeah, so,
You know what I mean?
so we definitely started.
So we got all the things we need.
We started a culture, a sustainable culture, right? But now, if we don't.
What culture is that you?
We started the hip hop
All right.
is a sustainable culture.
Yes, it
It
is.
has ran right now.
Run
It's
everything.
right now. If we go to another country, you can
Let's go
say
break
that
dance. Me got the plane.
you can say that you're outside of this country. You can say that you are part of this culture,
right.
and you can be put on a pedestal because they knew where it developed from. So
Right.
if I go to Abu Dhabi, and all I gotta do is like I was just in Saudi Arabia, I showed Liddy City, and they was like, "Oh, you understand?" what I'm
Going
saying?
crazy.
So now it's our opportunity to take it outside of where we come from
Right.
to the other masses, because now, like I said, we started a sustainable culture. So now entertainment is big because they followed our culture. The outside people have taken a vision of what it is that we did, what made us have that stability.
Right.
Why are the Jay-Z's existing? Or why are all these people? So now they saying, oh wow, they fought hard to sustain.
But see,
something
watch
and
this.
made them billionaires.
Right.
So because now our culture wasn't a part of those other countries, third world countries
Still
didn't have
framed
any
too long.
idea
We
about
still
what
framed too long.
developmental culture is.
Take off. Take off.
What?
Take off. Take off.
Oh, what I'm saying is,
I'm sorry.
no, that's cool. What I'm saying is, I'm not an advocate for the shaitan, for the devil, right? But I always like to, when we discuss something, I always gotta cover all tracks, so to speak, right?
No, my fault.
So no, not with that, no. So what I'm saying is, in rebuttal to what you're saying, these people that we're talking about, these faceted people, are so diabolic, right? That as we all sitting here thinking about that plan, when it comes time to execute that plan, hang that up. Guess who you gonna see there? Guess when you're gonna find out that they already on top of that plan when you go to execute it. They already cornered them cities, man. We gotta stop playing goofy, man. The hip hop culture, they already beat us to the fact that it's over there. And they already cornered that fucking market too. They got that cornered, dog. All them concerts that go on in Egypt and Europe and all that. Who you think winning that? So we still behind the 8 ball.
Well, knowing that, right?
Yeah.
Quick, I'm sorry.
To add on what all y'all saying, the fact is, how do you park somebody? And not that you really have to park, but that's the mentality of artists or dancer, rap, whatever, gonna have if you telling them to park from the success that you're having to come over here and push this forward. And I don't blame them. I don't blame somebody
for saying no.
I'm winning over
right
here.
here.
You know what I mean? But I think it's an obligation for everybody, whether new, old, young, on, off, whatever you, to add to the culture, to push it forward. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say
And
this?
that's what you don't have to
Jerm,
depart the whole joint, but
Can I say this?
Because if you're not with it,
He said he want to go down a rabbit hole, right? That's what Robbie Khan said. So we part, right? What do you really foresee is going to happen along the way of us building? Keep it real, man. And like I said, I always bring this element just because it's a present element that has to be recognized in order to fix.
What's the question?
This is what I'm saying. See how we say, because me and him just had this discussion about the type of music that the powers that be stands behind, pushes forward, is the type of music that's destructive to us as a people, right? But who is creating the destructive music? Us.
No.
It's us.
No.
Am I lying?
no, I mean, you want
that.
what it is.
So we part from them and we say, yeah, let's get away from them because they exploiting us, right?
And it's not
But
even,
we still make shoot 'em up, bang, bang, fuck the girl, till I'm ready to rob the music. And we still gonna destroy each other with or without them people.
you know what it is, O'Shea?
Give me why I know. What's gonna stop
Let
it?
me tell you, both of y'all kind of, if I know where you going with it, it's not really the music that's being created. You know what I mean? Like creative, because we always had that music from NWA to anybody, Cool G, Just Ice, whoever, whatever gangster rap, whatever you want to put on.
Right.
It's not the music or the artist that's being created. It's the actions that's going on, the people that's listening to it, that's allowing that to influence them.
So you think how he think?
Yeah, because I listened to NWA coming up, but like I said, I wouldn't go out and it was times we even went to see Boys in the Hood. It'll be gunshots in the theater. You know what I mean?
Right.
I still went home and went to school the next day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to how much can you be influenced to do that. I don't think that it has something to do with the music, but more than the music, it has something to do with the old head.
Guess what my argument was? And just for the sake of debate and argument, to see it like this. How does that crap get inside the music to begin with if it's not an existing element with us? So people like to blame the music on the influence, but I think the influence is what influenced the music. I think it went opposite, yo.
In the beginning, it was.
Because with or without that rap shit, we've been criminal. We've been doing all this dumb shit.
Right.
That's how it got in the music, those experiences.
So I think it's social media.
I disagree.
So go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll tell you why. First of all, both my homies, they're speaking from a negative perspective.
Right.
Right?
You keep knocking the mic down.
From negative, Joe not coming from negative
Move it over.
perspective, but he's lying in the middle. He said, part negative, part positive, really more than positive. I'm all the way on the positive for this reason right here. They're gonna have one, maybe 1,000 out of 100 million that's for themselves and selfish, right? That speaks to what he was saying. They walked him in to the quote unquote powers that be for a little check and leave them vulnerable. You on your own, go swim with the sharks, little guppy, right? But you saying that, the positive rule. If we ain't take that bad, if we don't take no bad, we don't take no bad from each other. We keep it right there. Ain't no gangster rap. Same thing to Miss, what's her name? Trying to stop Tupac. Me and you had a discussion yesterday. What's the bitch name? Little black bitch.
Tucker.
Yeah, right?
Call her big.
Yeah, but that's what she earned that. She earned that.
Go ahead.
Thank God for she, I mean, a good life.
Hey, yo, cancel culture. We don't have nothing. You know, we don't got nothing. Don't start firing at us, man.
You know what I mean? But check it out, right? And you have the music. You have the influence. You have somebody in power telling a signed artist that's gonna shoot off. Don't do that. It's very disruptive. Don't call them women no bees. Don't call them girls no hoes. Don't call them niggas no pimps. Don't call them niggas no gangsters. Keep it fun. Keep it positive. Keep the music positive.
It was an era that was like that,
It
yo.
was never ever like that.
You don't think so?
It was a positive, fun era in hip hop.
I think so.
Oh, maybe we on 2 pages. I'm saying it was the era of positive rap. All the way to heaven. Remember that?
Yeah, it was an era of that. So we agree on all that.
So it was the era of positive rap. It was up until LL Cool J was all positive rap. Right? We ain't getting negative rap, really. Now we can go now we can extract the lyrics of Just Ice. You mentioned him. Dudes like we like dudes come from way back in the trenches. G rap. But they had a way of, they were so charismatic with their rap flow, it wasn't directly pushing on the panic button. They wasn't on shooting a bang bang kill, one deal, one kill. They wasn't on that.
Right.
They was on.
It was more from
party,
experience
bullshit,
level, even
get
Melly
money.
Mel.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Party, bullshit, get money.
Right.
Now is kill, murder, kill.
Right.
Kill, murder, kill, party to kill.
Right.
No, check out the flow. Because music now is telling you, go kill somebody.
Yeah.
We had Call the Way to Heaven.
Right.
Why we can't keep the people, Jerm, I'm the AR. I don't want no shoot and kill bills, one deal, one kill, all that shit. No, I don't want that. Bring me some good, I don't want to say no gospel music. No, we ain't saying
Oh,
that.
you saying
But bring me some
you
gospel
saying
music.
had we pulled away from the powers?
Till we pull away right now.
Right,
Go start
got
our
you.
own-
All right.
own
We
entertainment
can do
company,
that.
own basketball company,
All right, I
own
can
football
agree to
company.
that. I can agree to that.
You know what I
But
mean?
you know
Yep,
we forgetting
yep.
though, y'all? We forgetting this. You raised all good points, both of y'all. And both is right. Like I said, it's not even an artist. We can't blame the artist. We can't blame none of that. What the issue is, and I think the powers that be notice, is what's the addictive thing here? It's attention. The attention is the drug. So killing is the thing that's gonna give me attention. I'm gonna kill. You know what I'm saying? Before, we didn't have social media.
There you
And
go.
social media started from a good thing, but it
Yeah.
turned to something crazy.
Yeah,
now.
ugly
And
ways
people
now.
going to do whatever they need to do for that attention.
And I'm trying to combat that, man. I ain't trying to pour in the negativity. We get enough negativity as it is, man. You understand? My nigga, my whole life, my whole background, come from the trash can. I come from negative situations. I be damn, I'm a force feed these young bucks is watching us some bull crap down their throat to feed them Man, I ain't here for that, man.
Right.
I'm trying to uplift
Right.
this culture, hip hop culture.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Right.
See, I think all of us is on the same page as it relates to uplift, right? And I commend him for putting that out there in an explicit way, right? But I just like to shed light on the things that need to be fixed. That's why I'm always the one throwing those joints out there like that. Because if you don't throw them joints out there like that, and along the way, you're going to trip up on these same issues. Whether you back pocket them, throw them over there or not, we're going to run into them. That's what I be saying. So what I like to build on that so we can see what is the real fix, man.
Right.
What is the real fix? What's the real fix? That, you know what I mean?
It's crazy. Yeah, no, that's a great question. I mean, we had that answer.
It'll be,
billionaires,
yeah.
Listen, right? Yeah, I don't mean cut you off.
Not right.
We doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. We together. We make good shit happen. Don't think it's another turn the page of the book. When you read a book, you read to educate yourself. How much education you think you got up there? How much you got up there? How much I got? How much you got? We come together. We got wisdom. So whenever you get a chance to get a platform, a showcase, somebody listen to you, it's almost, what's the word I'm looking for? It's definitely important to get across, to get the youngers to see that they got a future. You know what I mean? They got a future. Because we had a future. I remember not having nothing and going outside having a ball. Then going back and out for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the streets provide us as young boys and young men entertainment. That's why we so creative. We had nothing. We had to make basketballs out of bullshit, playground back.
Crates and all that.
Nerf ball and crate. The same thing we got good. We got a real ball. We learned to finger roll for the fucking soccer ball. All that kind of stuff. I'm saying we are creative people. We know how to take something from nothing. We don't have our own table. We gotta make a table.
So on piggyback on that, right? You have a pretty well percentage of billionaire black people, right, that are major influence in our culture. Not that they separated from it, are influencing our culture. There's billionaires that understand this whole concept of struggle, where we came from, where we need to be, and all that, right? Why aren't they the ones that's pushing this narrative?
It's that comfortability thing, I think. You know what I mean?
Why is them guys, them Billy Goat guys, I call them out. Because I've been in these guys, I met some of these guys, know these guys personally. And one thing about me, everybody know is I'm going to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be disrespectful, none of that. But I'm going to be a man.
Right.
I'm going to be a man.
I was supposed to be told, but
So what I'm saying is you got Jay-Z's and we could name a list of them, man.
and to be honest,
That got a lot of paper
right.
that understand the struggle, but they do exactly what the average one of us do: get the bag and run, man.
So I say, you know what I mean? I only could go by what I see in the media. So I see where them guys is doing certain things or doing whatever they can. Just to be honest, sometimes, man, I could be driving through, and you'll see like something that's going on, or even watching like them little real joints, and I'll be like, why does this dude do that, man? Or why does chick do that? And you feel sometimes, you just feel like,
Man, don't come out, you a billionaire, right? Don't do this. And watch this. And I'm not taking away from the gesture. So somebody might hear it on the surface what I'm about to say and say, "Damn, you ain't shooting that down, whatever." No, but I just don't fall for the banana and tailpipes, man.
So you don't think
So don't film me. I got $1 billion and I come down the hood handing out fucking turkeys and shit, man. How was that changing the neck? You know what I mean?
and the reason I'm saying before you say that, Kyle, I'm just saying I don't know what they're doing behind.
Yeah, man, come on. That's not what we need.
Black schools, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But, you know what I mean? You just speaking on bro, probably just speaking on what they should be doing.
That's what
Maybe
I'm
they
saying.
are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he doing the prison reform thing. Okay, I guess everybody could do where they
A
can
part.
Do, you know what I mean? Do their part.
And that's a positive way to look at it.
Like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
I get it.
Because tomorrow, Shake, you get a Billy, I know what your intentions are. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't see Shake, I might know, but Shake's still doing stuff, and somebody else might say, "Damn, where's she at?"
Yeah, why Shake ain't
You know what
doing
I'm
nothing,
saying? So
right?
that's in their defense. You know, I know
I
you
get
really
it.
know your intentions and your motives in
But
them.
how long you jokers? How long it take to see something explicit of a change in that manner when you've been touching his money for so long?
Yeah, no, that's
And that's the only reason why I go there, because I feel as though more can be done. That's all I'm saying.
no,
Not that they're not doing
I know
anything.
what you're saying, and it should be.
I see change different. You look good, bro.
Oh, thank you, bro.
What you doing, man? I ain't see.
He toy soldier. He toy soldier, man.
You got the bed back, bro.
Thank you, bro. But you know, I remember even when from 2006. Remember, and me and my lady at the time, when I had skated out, then I came back. You ain't see me probably 3-4 years. I was
Toy
like,
soldier.
I was like, my
Yeah.
man Hercules, like, now my diet even from that. Like, there's something else we can touch on. So like, I don't even eat anything. I'm about to even stop fish in a minute, but I don't even eat. Like, you know, back then I was still doing chicken.
Right.
I don't eat that either, though. I don't eat it, John.
Yeah, dieted.
I stopped eating it for 2 months now.
And then we gonna get you in this gym. So
Then
then you
please.
gonna be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, please.
Chisel all that
Because
up.
I'm 50 plus. I know how to chisel.
Right, you gonna chisel all that up.
I need, you know what I mean? You need some of that love.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I remember me and Khan, listen, me and Khan was on the joint way. Right. We go to the Y, right? We throw up little 10-pound joints. Hey, yo, it's time, bro. We here for a half hour. Right after that, we had reach.
But guess what, though, bro? To be honest, though, it's still a balance, though. Some people don't be doing that. So you got to start from somewhere.
I just signed back up to the Y, though, last week.
Then to be honest, it ain't even about the look no more, because it's
about being healthy.
Yeah, it's about, because you can look great, man, and still be
Unhealthy,
man.
yeah.
It just, and to be honest, you know what I mean? I just had my BMI, everything is cool, but I'd rather have that look, look like nothing.
It's
than
hard.
the other way around. Huh? Oh, that's just a biometric joint, motherfucker. Like, your heart, your blood pressure, all that stuff, and making sure that's right. And I just had my colonoscopy joint, bro. We just gotta stay on top of everything.
I got all that recently. I got good numbers on everything too, by the decree of Allah, right? But peep this. I'm glad you went in there, right? You opened that door. It is harder than people think to be healthy. That's another thing that the powers that be have control of, man. Am I lying? When you walk in that door, that's when you see. What the fuck is going on?
And that's where it starts too.
They giving us junk and ShopRite and Fresh Grocer, and that's all trash, man. That's the bottom of the barrel. Who? What's his name?
Brown.
Yeah, he owned the ShopRite joint.
See what they doing? Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's their family.
Yeah.
And he got y'all see it.
Wow.
She pumping it. She had the infiltrators. Y'all see it. Y'all see it? Our man,
Yeah,
Peace.
I'm
Y'all see it? She pumping, boy. But I want to get moving, right? On this tip, right? On this tip, right? Having my man, see, I know this man personally. I know his mom, his dad, before he passed away. God bless his soul. His brothers, all of them.
Yeah.
Richie, I mean all of them. You know what I mean? I ain't go down the line, but it's shout out to little brothers and big brothers.
Yeah.
And
And cousins.
I got feet right here, and I want to ask you something, right? I need to know your most, how can I say it? All right, here we go. You know the difference between a rapper and a hip hopper, right?
A rapper and a hip hopper? I never heard. What's a hip hopper? A hip hopper.
You never heard of hip hopper?
Not a hip hopper, no.
You never heard of hip hopper?
No, I'm not nobody but called a hip
What
hopper.
is naughty by nature?
I never called him a hip hopper. I'm not saying it don't exist. I'm not saying it don't exist. I said I didn't hear. I said explain to me.
I'm putting the hip hopper is this.
Right.
Hip hop. A person who does hip hop, who might be a graffiti artist and be 60 years old, still going to straight your hands up. That's a hip hopper. Hip hopper.
Break dance and crazy legs.
Break dance.
Okay.
Hip hopper is you.
Right.
Hip hopper is you.
A rapper, I got you.
Right.
I get it now. I get
You
it.
have a rapper.
That he channeled into that one part of it. Yeah, I got you.
He's rapping about the street that he came from. It's what like Cool G rap.
Right.
It's what like NWA. And we take to that shit. If not, we would take it to, we would take the dudes like Young MC. He ain't rapping bad. Look around. But I don't want to hear that stuff.
I get it now. So what? Go ahead, finish your thought with him with the rap and the hip hop.
So I'm gonna ask you right there.
The Booth Boys is
I'm
back.
ask you right. Yeah, man.
The Booth Boys is back. He's you know what? For the record. No. For the record, he started this. This shit here, this podcast shit and all that. He started this, yo.
Fact.
That's where it started at. He had the
That
idea.
little segment there that was all day every day. So this is just like this is the norm just with the camera. You know?
Right.
Y'all
So-
was cut for it, but
Good.
so
So
you touched on, I'm gonna let you finish.
what's the joint? Rap or hip hop?
Right. So take the round, right? You got, I'm gonna set it up, right? You got Eminem. What's Eminem?
I say you hip hop.
Hip-hop.
Oh, you want to categorize these guys?
I want to get to this person. Who you had as
Oh, you got Eminem as a hip hop and not a rapper?
No, he's not. He's
I'm
not.
gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because I think researched, knows some of the history of, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he, people argue with that, oh, he's not true call, whatever.
I get it.
Rap well. And
That's what I'm saying. He channeled into the
I
rap.
believe he pays homage to the culture.
Okay, all
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
Which most, not saying rappers don't, but
I get what you're saying.
Get the description correct or wrong, most of the hip hop historians or whatever shows that homage to the culture.
This I think. You said this up there. A lot of rappers get hip hop.
The hip hop.
They decide to their own self that they're just gonna rap. Like we said yesterday, like the boy Pusha T. Pusha T, good artist, right? But he in that pocket of just rap. He don't do nothing. And he only rap one style of rap, cocaine cowboy rap. Most of us like that. But at a certain time, I want to hear some Drake.
Right.
He don't talk cocaine cowboy rap.
Right. And that's the difference, Kyle.
But peep game.
So,
All right, on top of all that, I'm gonna say this. So why not go for that, Pusha T, and like what he doing that, and then when you want to hear something else, go to that guy to give you something else.
Right.
Why because he ain't got that something else he got. You start taking away from what he got.
Right, shit.
Oh, I'm talking about what we was talking about the other day. No, because we was talking of you mentioned what we was talking about the other day. All right, go ahead. We'll get back that because we gonna go at that because that's a heavy one. Because he be going in on my homie Pusha. That's what it is. But go ahead.
I'm listening to Pusha. I like Pusha.
I like Pusha.
But he stayed in that pocket.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that pocket.
Right.
But I think, like you said, he can hip hop. Then you have hip hop dudes, right? I'm gonna name it for hip hop dudes. Tell me to get the grease.
Not IG looking.
We name Eminem, hip hop dude. Go to
Comments.
That'd be a rapper. Go Jeezy, right? Hip hop guy. But he might be both. He might got both. That's Lil Wayne. He can go hip hop, like skateboard, the tricks, hands on, almost rock star. But then he go rap. He can go get with Jay-Z, go with Rick Ross. Then you have dudes like what's the boy, the puppy guy, Jake Harlow. Is that his name? The rap boy.
Puffy don't got him,
White
dude.
boy.
That ain't
Yeah,
Puff.
Puff ain't got
Ain't got nothing to do with him.
They made a song together.
Boy, Jack Harlow.
No, but the white boy, I forget his name.
Jack Harlow.
Him and Puff made a song together.
Did they?
That was the boy Puff made a song with. It's a popular hot song. I don't think he's a rapper. Then you had, what I'm trying to get at, I'm gonna put you on categorize from your perspective. 3 murder rappers and 3 hip hop heads.
Right. So all you want three, from my opinion?
Yeah.
Okay, and see with me, I like a lot of I like what she just said. I take certain artists when I want to hear from this artist, I'll take from that artist, and you know what I mean. But I come up. That's how I started.
Right.
I started being in my old head room where they had all the CDs. You know, like that's when I first heard about Kenwood Systems and all these things.
Yeah.
Listen to different from Pete Rock, CL Smooth, all the way to NWA.
Yep.
It's Mr. Scarface. You know what I mean? Remember we talking about that other day, like, you know what I mean? Mr. Scarface, crazy album. That Mr. Scarface album's classic. You know what I'm saying?
Classic.
So, I mean, it's hard for me. So, like, we talking about, like, right now, to my artists, 3 good rappers, 3 good hip-hop guys. Of all time?
Sean said street rappers.
Okay, street. So,
Let's say street rappers.
all right. So I get at the, you know, kissing styles, man. To me, you know what I'm saying, is my go-tos if I want to hear like just hard rap. You know what I'm saying, like Kiss. So I would say Kiss. I like Lil Baby. I mean, it's too many though.
To narrow down to 3.
Yeah, 'cause you know what I mean. I
always say 3.
Top 3, man.
I always say
stuff
3.
with B.
I always
like,
say 3, man.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
it's hard because it's a lot.
That's a
It's
hard
lot.
one. That's a hard one.
Give me 3 hip hops.
3 hip hops.
That might be a little
Black
easier.
Thought.
You think so?
Thought.
Good selection.
That's my top 1.
Good selection.
That's hard too because there's a few of them.
Kendrick.
Cole.
Cole.
There you go.
I mean, yeah,
Now,
yeah.
is that the order?
Nah, definitely not the order. I mean,
That's a good order. Well, I would switch Kendrick and Cole.
Yeah, I would too. I like Cole over Kendrick.
me too. Huh? I like Drake.
I like
But
Drake.
that's why I said
listen
it's
to
too
Drake.
many.
See, but I think that's a
like Drake.
different genre.
No, I think Drake.
Drake ain't that lyrical as them guys.
Drake
He's
is busy,
not
though.
as lyrical
Drake
as
is
them
busy.
guys we just named though. He ain't on Kendrick and J. Cole and Black Thought level on lyrics, but he makes a good song. I'll put him in another
You know
genre.
what's crazy, Shay?
What?
We talking just bar. You know, we we bar listeners and bar spitters. When we go bar for bar, when Drake go in his bag,
Oh, he go.
he go. Like,
He do go though.
Listen, let me say
But the reason why I
I
don't.
used to dish
I heard-
dude, you hear me?
Right.
I used to shoot him with shit gun.
Right.
my nephew, my grandson, my nephew and my son would come in the house. Pumping this dude. Man, I want to hear that shit, man. Sick candy cane, cocaine. I want to hear some real shit.
right?
He spitting sugar-free rap.
And
No, I like him.
But he do so many different things, and he's talented.
He's
So
super
He
talented.
sing at a above level. He rap.
I
at
love-
a above
listen.
level. And when he bring
I
it
love
together,
Drake. I wasn't talking. I was talking about the category. I wouldn't.
This the Drake do better than anybody. He stay his motherfucking self.
so he told I was about to say, Drake, what attracted me to Drake was his vulnerability. Like he wasn't even scared to say,
Who he is.
I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't into all that. And don't rap it either.
He do sometimes. He get a little. He get a little hard.
Yeah, it talk, but it ain't that deep. That's what I'm saying.
He has shit on some people before.
Yeah, he
He
do.
do get him.
For example,
He came down to
Meek
P.
Mills.
He said he was down to P. Rolling, playing, what's his name? The AR in the car with him. He shit on me. He shit on Meek Mills. And Meek Mills would come back, start these shit.
I ain't heard
Nothing
this
said.
man.
Oh, who me?
Yeah, that's a horse.
Meek is another
That's a
one.
horse of another color.
I like me. I like AR. And see, remember we was talking about hard spitters, right? You know, AR, you know,
Yeah,
nice, man.
he is.
See,
I like that. I like him on the rap tip.
always says me is, you know what I mean, I had to come to, once I started maturing, everybody gonna do what I do or be able to do what I do. Like me, you can throw anything at me and I'm talk about it.
Right.
And I'm from the P, you know what I'm saying? I come up or seeing it all. If I
Yeah.
ain't seen it, I've been between it. But like you said, Kai, I'm still gonna do me. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like I'm
right,
not gonna
right.
do, if I say, okay, AR Ab, he do that, that's his lane. You know what I mean? Now, as far as making songs, it's been times where I'm admit, even when making my album, I said, oh, I got to make a song like this in order to get the attention to sell.
I like when you particularly mix the genres. I like when you
Right.
get to another adult level.
Yeah.
You understand
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
It
Because
puts you-
I love, I mean, and that's what that is me. Because
That's him.
I come up on loving the craft of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember we be riding around. Remember, this when Jeezy first came.
Right.
And I think Jeezy was something fresh, style, and witty and all that.
Ad-libs,
But-
man. His ad-libs. Ad-libs
Crazy.
Crazy.
Not only that,
ad-libs.
he's popped he say a lot of fly stuff.
Yeah, he
like,
do.
you know what I mean? Where
He
he
do.
put the stuff. But in times I ain't want to hear that.
Right.
I don't want to hear about that right now.
Right.
And we probably was doing a little traps. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
but
I don't want to hear that.
yeah,
I wanna
because I know.
listen to this
Yeah,
right
I want to
here,
hear
you know what I'm
something
saying?
else. Right.
And that's what you were saying earlier. Like some people say they block out everything else. Man, and Kyle just said it. Kyle, I don't want to hear none of that. That's why I'm laughing.
Music selection too, though.
Because there's people like that though.
One thing about me is
That
I
kills the-
always
I think that
been a
kills
fan of music. I would be, all of us, I believe, are. So I think sometimes when we say they don't like a person or they don't want to hear that, I think it's fraudulent because we all grew up listening to all kinds of good music. See, my thing is this. I have a problem categorizing everything as rap because I know what rap is. So some guys be giving me some stuff, some melodic stuff that I like,
Right.
good song and all that, but I don't call it rap. That ain't the rap I know.
One thing I love about To The Point is me and my man, we get to the point.
Right?
It's about getting the carcass and stripping the fat off the meat.
Yup.
John just said what he was going to say. I don't know if I heard it, but he said, didn't you just say that? Didn't you say that to me? Then didn't you just say that?
Yup.
It all came back home. I don't know if he paused for a minute or you paused for a minute. Well, I ain't hear it. But y'all somewhere got on the same page. And you broke the page I was on.
Right.
How you know he was going to say that?
because I feel, first of all, I know
Us,
you.
right.
I know you,
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And we built before on these topics.
Right.
And secondly, I mean, it's kind of like birds of the feather
Yup.
flocking together visually because the stuff that you speaking is not fabricated. Like you speaking fact.
Right.
It's a lot, you know. Most of the time, people be saying the same thing just different ways. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or you had your vision, you had your vision.
What time we
But
got?
I peep like we know the solutions that we have. And to be honest, bro, we got foundation of this game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you come up from when it started, 80 something.
Yeah.
So you really was hands in the beginning.
My young boy.
It's our youngin', yo.
Right?
Yeah.
So you
I
can
watched it touch down.
yeah, you could teach a class on it. You could teach a class on
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
And I never left his side.
Right.
You know what I
Fact.
mean?
And see, some people don't. And this is what I think about the younger generation. Not all of them. You know what I mean? Because I do meet some younger guys, and like, you know, younger guys, they spit, and you be like,
They got
love
a different
the
head
craft.
on the shoulder.
And not only do they love the craft, they want to learn it.
Right.
But they're not afraid to say, I don't know about this. Oh, that's a little prehistoric to me, but they don't shut it out. But then you got some who do shut it out. Maybe that's like a backlash.
So it became a popularity contest also.
And they think that a lot of the older guys shut them out. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, right. But to be honest, I'm different because it wasn't like older guys that I used to be like, nah, I don't want to hear them. Like I used to be listening. Like I remember bumping
we
the
on,
EST
Kai?
one time, right? This was like in 92, 93, maybe around there, when Nas had first came. And a lot of people always talk about how Nas' album kind of made me feel like I could rap, right?
Live from the barbecue.
Yeah, halftime and all that.
Halftime.
Yeah, same thing, the same era. But I remember rapping for EST, and I went and approached him, but I knew who EST was. And I was a young boy. People probably know like the greatest man alive.
Man,
and all that.
I used to buy. We used to buy work off of Woody Wood and them. See, I knew them guys.
Right.
We was up north, we was up top,
Right.
and we, you know, it was a different blend. But I knew them guys for a long time, man.
But I remember,
Hey, listen, right? This is how we don't discuss too much. Me and my man got a dark side.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but some guys catch us in here and know they know what's up.
We try to keep that side.
Yeah, yeah. But
you know I'm on another level.
yeah, oh yeah. But listen, right? We winding down. So real quick, right, Jern? You was telling them that you know you back on the scene, but you here for a purpose, right? What are some of the concrete plans that you got going moving forward?
I want to do a series of mental health projects.
Okay.
And when I say that, it's like
Music.
music
Woo!
based on
You hear
the first
this?
joint that was
Woo!
dropping, to the point to where even like
Ooh, that's heavy.
a lot of the fruits from it want to put to certain things of that.
Right.
Because all of us suffer from it, bro.
And it's not being addressed.
I know you have trauma.
Yes.
I know you got trauma.
I just told him that, yo.
My man, and we talked about the stuff that my man.
Yeah,
For you
and
to
you
even sit
too.
here. Oh yeah. Facts.
It's one of the reasons
no
that
lie.
culture
Facts.
exists.
We all
Right.
One of the reasons that the culture exists because of the trauma that we experience.
There you
How
go.
would that be?
fact.
Once again.
Big fact.
Thanks again.
So how can we contribute? I think we all owe an obligation to that.
Right.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Right. So like even the song, you know what I mean? I heard the other day. I was a little probably late on it, but Dirk and Cold Joint made me smile. I'm like, damn. You see,
I like that song, yo.
and it's so dope.
That All My Life joint, I really like that
It's not a
song,
fruity
man.
song, but it's
I
a real
love that song. Certain joints get me,
Yeah,
man.
and it's one of them.
Them joints. Because I just like, I like the concept. I like the content.
Yes.
Into some conflict. I
Right.
mean, that's a good topic, man.
Right.
That's even a good interview.
Yup.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yup.
Great topic.
And
And I
that's
see the way the flow is depth.
appreciate you.
Definitely.
You feel me?
Right?
This gonna be some stuff.
It's gonna be something though. And they only get better.
Yep.
When you articulate your rhymes inside that flow,
Oh man.
oh,
Goofy.
it's crazy.
So they saw it. They
No doubt.
bros done saw me in surgical mode.
Rare form.
Put it together.
Rare form.
They saw it put it together on spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Surgical move.
Especially if you can explain some of the mental.
That's what.
Right.
Man.
I'ma say this here, right? That is a very, very good and all that gene. It ain't gonna do no justice to how good of an idea that is, man. I'm gonna tell you why, because let me finish my thought, please. Right? Because it's a topic that is so relevant in our people, yet it is so overlooked, man. Get that, man. There's nobody giving it the attention that it deserves, man.
Guess what, Sheik?
Yeah.
And y'all gonna agree on this.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially guys like us, you know what I'm saying, who are older in the game.
Right.
Not only I think we don't owe our careers or our everything to it. We definitely owe an obligation to it, but sometimes you gotta sacrifice part of your gift, because the first person to do it might not get the fruits of the labor all the time, but you open the door for everybody else. So who's gonna be courageous enough to step out and do it?
Right. And
Until somebody do it, nobody might follow.
right.
So
No, but if you turn it into PSAs, then you'll always be stamped as the one that pioneered it. Like if you turn it into a way where people can visualize it as a public service announcement that it can affect.
Ooh.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like a commercial.
Hey, listen, right?
the way it's true. Now that's the way you feed it to them and market it. So yeah, that's a whole different.
Hey, check the rhyme, right? Big shout out to a very close friend of mine, man. Richie. Man, listen. I care. Forget about it. You know what I mean? Let us care.
Rais.
Rais.
Oh,
My man Richie.
yeah.
Rais.
man.
One love, homie.
What's up,
You
E?
understand? Big
Yeah,
shout out.
let us
If you need
care.
some help,
And
let us care.
Yeah, if y'all-
You watch your grandparents, let us care. Watch your sick son, let us care. We here to help. That's all we trying to do.
yup, you gotta check Let Us Care out whenever y'all need any home health care. Let Us Care is the place, man. It got you covered on every angle of the game. I'm telling you, I personally am an employee. I personally entrusted my mother's care to them and all that. Let Us Care is the place to be if you're looking for home health care.
And Delta's my folk joint.
And Delta as well.
But definitely, man. And salute East on that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And
That's
before
a great
we oh my goodness gracious.
thing.
One love.
No, get that. Before we slide, right? Before we slide, we got a joint called Pick Your Poison, right? Now I want you to take yourself back 15-year mindset, 20-year mindset with this question, right? And I want to ask you this: pick your poison. Run them down duffel bag music, you know what I mean, with the beat, the rundown, the up pace, like a Reservoir Dog, like a Just Fire, Cameron type track, or a more easy pace, lyrical message rap. Pick your poison. Which one do you prefer?
I was both.
You gotta pick one. Like like it is. H to the A to the R to the D, like that, or like
Slow
a heartfelt, melodic type vibe.
Right now, in this moment that I'm in, it'll probably be the melodic.
No, I say take yourself
Oh, take
15,
me
20
15,
years
20, my
back.
fault. Oh, the H to the A to the R to the rundown.
You'll prefer the rundown?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because then it was probably, to be honest, it was less conscious.
Right.
I was less, I always kind of been conscious driven, but I was less conscious then. So, you know what I mean? Even though I was going to still do me, just the
There's
fact,
one more thing I want to touch
the
on.
fact
Go
of
ahead.
having everybody on there throwing bar for bar and jabbing, that would have been a great experience, and you know what I mean? Which I still
And that
love.
song, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. That song, right? Hard Route. H to the A to the R to the D. The R to the O to the U to the T. And then Scarf jumping. Murder.
Right. Scarf had a, and Scarf is a humble, like hungry, he's like a quiet assassin on the mic. man.
Yeah.
I can't say nothing
And
about that boy, man.
He's humble. I used to always think, Scarf would tell you this, always told Scarf, right?
On,
Last
yo,
time-
what was that?
and this was a couple years ago, Con. I used to tell Scarf,
Tell him to get off my
I
line.
wanted
right now.
Scarf. Scarf had a track called Gotta Be Life. Gotta Be More to Life, man. I used to tell Scarf,
Get it
I
off.
want you to come with that record, man. Come with that record because
The way you hitting it, you gonna drop it.
it was a street record, but it was a record with so much substance and meaning that uplifted. It was a hard record, but I
Push
saw
the
Scarf as
the
that type
button
of artist.
on the
He
side.
had Streets. Going to that football.
Streets was the Styles P to me.
Right.
Right. So Streets, it wasn't too much.
These streets?
It wasn't too
Right,
much
man,
tame
these
than you was going to be. You know what I mean? Too
Yeah.
much taming
Styles P.
with street style. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
think Streets
yeah, I
could've
wanna-
definitely been maybe I'd have been different, but had Streets been, still here, I think he would have definitely been an underground, like a Styles P.
Then you
He would've
had
definitely
me,
been a Styles
she,
P.
and you.
Where we came in at, I think we could touch any
Right.
of it. And not taking nothing from nobody else. I just think us, the wisdom, the knowledge that we
Yeah.
had on it in the game, even at that time.
Yeah,
up
we
to
was the
now.
old heads of the crew.
Exactly. So we could do any part of it. You know what
When
I'm
we
saying?
formed together.
That's what made it
Hey,
great.
listen, let's move. We got a little bit of time. Listen, I was telling before at the beginning that I've acquainted with a lot of people from you being a friend of mine. The likes of Common Sense, Marsha Ambrosia, Moni Love. I met all these folks
Philly
through
rappers,
Journey.
Ross,
Salute to everybody.
Right.
Nina Ross.
So
What's up with
Yeah,
girl,
and
man?
then,
Yeah, I met
Corny
Ross.
Kid.
it's about to bang out, y'all. We about to bang. So I just want to wrap it up with you letting them know a little brief, just a little 2-second thing about your past career.
Yep. So signed in 99. I'm sorry. I met my manager in 98 through Molly Manson. We went through that whole Universal, whole flow and all of that. And then through that met so many people, like you said, from Yacht and Carvin and Touch of Jazz, all the producers down Touch of Jazz, Floetry, so many people, man. Common. Thought we knew Thought for
Right, for years.
years, but to actually get on, and I was trying to get on. I remember Cousin Lid and
Right.
to actually kind of get on off my own muscle and mud,
Mm.
and then to see Thought and us be on that top, it was dope, and that was supposed to come to fruition, man. Thought you still owe me one, baby. You know what I mean? But even meeting,
Dice Raw, I met them through you.
Yeah, that's still, it was Philly, man.
Yeah.
But so many artists, man. Wine Moore, YA, and all them guys.
Right.
A lot of, just going through so many different stages of me.
Cannabis, your time with him.
Busy, great dude.
LL was just talking about he was his roughest joint.
Yeah. We knew who he was, but
Right.
moving forward, it's just like even now, like coming back, we're going to be touching with a lot more artists, like
Right.
Philly artists and artists outside,
Right.
outside of the city, whatever.
So listen, look forward, man. Look forward to that project, that mental health project, and many more crazy projects from our guy, the journalist. This is Sheed, man. This is Sheed. To the point.
Love you, bro.
Love you too. We signing off, yo. Thanks for coming.
I was back.
Oh yeah, this whole setup though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what make it dope.
You do.